willkommen zurück bei Kapitel 6, Villa der Hawkins. Ja. Okay, was ist das jetzt?
Who goes there? That nightmare again.
Ja.
I need a drink.
Schon wieder ein Albtraum. Oh Mann. So, jetzt können wir was erhöhen erstmal. Wir haben 5 Punkte. Ich würde mal sagen, wir gehen in die Gewandtheit rein. Oder wollte ich was anderes machen? Will ich jetzt gerade gar nicht. 5, 6. 6 brauche ich da, um das nächste Upgrade zu machen. Ah, Mist. Okay, ich gehe auf Ermittlung. Habt ihr gespeichert? Ich habe nicht gespeichert. Okay, das ist nicht gespeichert gewesen. Dann gehe ich auf hier. Ah ja, mach ich doch auf darauf. Hä? Wer ist denn das da unten? Aber gucken wir uns erstmal hier um, was jetzt ja hier ist noch.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Das ist Dr. Colden? Okay, kenne ich nicht mal, aber ja. Hallo, was geht denn ab?
You're awake, Mr. Pierce.
Ja,
How do
hallo.
you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Gut. Sprechen wir erstmal mit...
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Sarah Hawkins war bei den Kultisten. Was musste ich erleiden? Nee, da muss ich Profi sein, das machen.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
Ich sag mal mit Bradley sprechen. Sie haben es gesehen. Jazz war am Leben.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor then,
Ja.
And what?
The rest is quite blurry.
Haha,
I don't
wusste ich
recall
es
how
doch.
I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Ha, wusste ich es doch. Wusste ich es doch. Warum steht die auf ganze Zeit über? Okay, jetzt reden wir mit mal. Ich habe Leichen gesehen.
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan, and I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Was halten Sie von diesem
I
Rezept?
found this at the Hawkins house. The doses seem insane.
Barbiturates. But these doses...
What do you mean?
Half the island is under treatment. What is prescribed here, however, is enough to knock out an ox.
Fuller wrote this prescription to fool everyone into believing she was mad.
Or perhaps her husband wrote it.
Perhaps Charles and Dr. Fuller were in league.
A conspiracy. How dreadful.
Hat Fuller Riverside gegründet?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
So, genau.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Nannte ihn den Schlürfer.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Wir sollten besser die... ich denke auch, wir sind ehrlich. Wir sollten ihr die Wahrheit sagen. Wir sollten uns besser der Wahrheit stellen.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Gut. Verlassen, natürlich. Oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann. Wir haben jetzt viele Informationen bekommen und nun geht's ab ins Museum.